Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. This is a raw video. There's probably going to be no edits, nothing like that. This is just me kind of talking to you guys, letting you know my personal thoughts about a certain subject matter that seems to be going around a lot in the paranormal community of lately. And as I'm not somebody who, you got to understand, I'm not either a paranormal investigator or a professional debunker. I'm somebody who reacts to paranormal content and gives my honest thoughts. I do try to debunk occasionally. Most of the time, I will put my 2 cents in to see if I can maybe give a new perspective on certain paranormal events or, spooky videos, things like that, which I love deeply. I grew up watching that stuff. I lived in haunted houses, so I believe. This is a thing, and this didn't really spark until the whole paranormal couple incident happened, where there was a horde of debunkers who started coming out of the woodwork and started to really analyze this stuff, which is something that you got to keep in mind too. A lot of the paranormal investigators encouraged to happen. They wanted people to come up and analyze their videos and come up with their own personal reasons or evidence of why this could be what it is. And then all of a sudden, we started seeing a really odd and awkward change in a lot of those paranormal channels who started using the terms tried to debunk, when clearly, no, they'd done a good job at truly debunking what you guys asked them to debunk. And that's one thing. But then it started to get a little more serious. Now people are actually being threatened, like for having an opinion, for actually doing the analyzing that, well, frankly, a lot of the paranormal investigators encouraged a lot of debunkers to do, which is good, which is amazing. I encourage more debunkers to start debunking stuff if they possibly can, even if it means actually calling out what could possibly be fakery, in a sense. I think it's important to do. One day, even the people who are against it at the current time, one day might look at this and be like, you know what? I'm very grateful that a lot of these people actually gave a shit enough to sit down for hours on end, really doing analyzing and actually, throwing, kind of calling out the shade that I think there's a lot of paranormal channels doing anymore, which is sad because that's not what it was about. Paranormal was never about seeing who could outdo the other. It wasn't trying to see how you can outdo your last video with even more creepy content. It wasn't about that. It was about really finding evidence of the afterlife and the paranormal, demonic entities. But now it's like every video has to be about demons. Every video has to be about curses, being possessed, exorcised. It's not even about just trying to find the simple things that could lead to a possibility of just an afterlife, which, again, I fully heartedly believe. What I don't personally believe in are threats. I think the second you start laying out threats, saying that you're going to beat someone to death, that you're going to go out and put an end to their channel by taking them out, things along those lines, not acceptable. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how entitled you feel you are. Not acceptable. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to have a disagreement. And it's okay to have constructive conversations about it, respectfully. But the second you go to that level, you're no longer even worth talking to. You're no longer even worth mentioning anymore. And I think it's sad and extremely fucked up, to say the least, that there are, not including myself, but there are people in the debunking community who are being targeted on some of these paranormal channels' comment section, and not in a very positive way. Don't get me wrong. I actually allow negative comments, but if it involves things like beating someone to death or killing them, no. Now, I could give these bigger channels the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just don't see all of these comments. Maybe they just don't go through their comment section, and that could be a very big possibility. But at this point, with everybody calling it out, there's really no excuse. You should be aware of it by now, and you should really handle it. I mean, you should really go after it. I'm not saying you should, you have the ability. I'm not saying that you are responsible for what other people say. These are grown people speaking for themselves. But this is your comment section. Get a moderator in there. Get somebody in there. I have moderators, and sometimes they remove comments that could be really negative. I don't necessarily remove comments. I keep all my comments up, but I have moderators who go through my comment section and get rid of comments. And not just that, but YouTube will also get rid of comments if it is seen in a negative perspective and could have some real toxicity to it. And I'm sorry, you cannot get more toxic than your own audience encouraging death on somebody because of an opinion. That's crazy to me that it's gotten this far. And don't get me wrong, the internet is full of toxicity. The internet is full of death threats. Does that mean it's okay? No, it doesn't mean it's okay. It means we need to start taking action against it. It don't matter if you're a debunker. It don't matter if you're a paranormal investigator. Hell, you could be both. It don't matter. If you have audience members literally sending death threats to other content creators over an opinion, you need to try to do something about it. You need to get on to them. You need to make a video. You need to do something. That's what I do normally. As I go live or I make a video, and I will address the issue to everybody. I won't just comment on that single comment. I will address it to everybody. And I will address it here now. If you are in my audience, and for whatever reason you decided to go after certain people that I've talked about on my channel and send them death threats, bully them, I just want to let you know that I just do not care for you. To quote The Conjuring House, right? I just don't care for you. I don't. And I don't encourage it. Don't do it. You're not helping me out. You're not helping anybody. You are being an online bully, and you're better than that. Knock that shit off. It is absolutely heartbreaking that a very respectable dude, in my personal opinion, guy who deserves just as many subscribers as any twin paranormal or Sam and Colby, Beardo Gets Scared, has, and there could be more of them, but this is the one that's been brought to my attention, is receiving threats like that. Absolutely heartbreaking. Pisses me off. As somebody who encourages a more positive outlook on things, it's okay to have disagreements. Absolutely. 100%. But death threats are a no-no. I'm just saying. It's an absolute BS thing. And it should never be welcomed. It should never happen. Beardo, I do apologize that you are receiving that ounce of negativity. You're a respectable dude, a classy guy. I really enjoyed watching your content. And for anybody else out there who has received such harsh threats, stick to your guns. They're trolls. We live in a world where real people are killed for the simplest of things. We live in a world where you just never know. The wrong person could watch your content, get pissed off in the right kind of way, and then actually go after you. It's not something that you should just be flailing around because you feel like you can just say it. People take threats seriously. So before you actually make a threat on someone's life, just know what you're getting yourself into. We live in a scary world where this kind of shit can happen. That's all I really wanted to say about this. I just think that the paranormal community has gotten toxic, unfortunately, and every community has that. Every fandom has that, where people can't take an opinion. But if we can help it to the best of our abilities to at least put an end to these death threats, I mean, I'm all for trying to help out and get rid of that kind of mindset, because it's never welcome in any community. The second you start bringing death threats into the picture, you automatically don't even have a say. And whatever you do have to say, I don't care. Because to me, you're a scumbag. And I think the comment even said God bless to the creator, and I'm not really sure who the creator is. I haven't really checked out their content, and I'm not going to sit here and say that these comments are reflections of what the creators are, because that's probably not even the truth. I mean, these kind of comments happen all the time. But for them to say, like, God bless, as they're making a death threat to Beardo, is so insulting and so disgusting. So that's about all I got to say on this subject. We're going over 10 minutes now. Raw video, just wanted to get my thoughts. I really hope that this dies down. We don't need this kind of attitude. We don't need these kind of comments in the paranormal community. Have disagreements, have arguments, have conversations. Don't resort to this kind of behavior. It's just not good. So anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say. I'll see you in the next one. Do take care.
You can't trust me, 'cause answers true. You won't be mended.